Hey guys, I'm Heather. Today I'm going to make a Usnea tincture out of these cool little lichens that grow pretty rampant. I've seen them here in Louisiana and also in Alabama, and I know they grow in the Pacific Northwest and all over the place. So today I'm going to talk about my little friend Usnea. We found these over the weekend while we were hiking out in a natural wildlife preserve on a hiking trail. My girls saw them on some sticks whenever they were exploring the area. And so they were like, Mommy, isn't this the stuff? And I was like, yes, that's it. Because we also collected some in Alabama around New Year's. So I'm going to show you step by step what it looks like, and how to make the tincture. So let's get to it. So this is the Usnea that we collected a couple days ago. My girls found them on sticks that were already on the ground, but this is it. It's called a beard lichen. It's a soft gray color. Hopefully you can see it pretty well. And I'll kind of show the picture of what it looks like on a limb of a tree so that you can see that. So the thing that sets Usnea apart from other lichens, because there are a lot of other kinds that can look quite similar to this, is that the inside of these little tubules, these little branches, let's see if I can show you. I don't know how well it's going to come up. I'll probably have to do a picture. But whenever you pull them, you'll see that on the inside, there's this tiny little white sheath that exposes when you pull the strands apart. And that, my friend, is how you know that you have Usnea. Because some other lookalikes are Spanish moss. They don't have that. So we accidentally picked up some Spanish moss on our hike as well. And this stuff breaks apart very easily. There's no little tubules inside or anything like that. So that's how you know the difference between that. And then there's another one. It's called the wolf lichen, and that one is can cause a lot of stomach upset and things. But their color is more like the color of Mountain Dew, and it doesn't have the little elastic tubules in the middle. So you'll be able to tell that when you go out in the field and you break these things. You pull each one you find and make sure it's the right thing before you take it home and make a tincture out of it. But you'll be able to tell by pulling the things and look at the elastic bands on the inside. And I'll post a picture right now. So these can actually develop more of a kind of orange hue in the late summer and autumn. That's actually the best time to harvest these because it has more usnic acid. So it's a little more potent whenever it has a more of a orangey kind of yellow tinge to it. So Usnea is considered old man's beard. It's a type of lichen, like we discussed. It's been used for thousands of years for a myriad of different things. Also, your immune system. It helps with viral and bacterial infections. It helps clear out yellow and green mucus. It helps with wheezing, laryngitis, bronchitis, all sorts of things. It's really going to help you overcome colds and flus and sinusitis. It helps reduce fever. It just overall helps improve your immune function and also reduces inflammation. And so in doing all those things really helps you out when you're sick. So it's really a good thing to have on hand in your kitchen, ready to go the next time you feel sick or you feel that coming on, or you're starting to have that mucus and stuff like that. It's good to whip that out. So you can use it a couple different ways. Today I'm going to talk about making a tincture, and I'm going to show that step by step, but you can also use it topically. You can actually use it in the field. Like if you cut yourself and you don't have any bandages or anything, you can put that on your wound as a wound dressing, and it will help combat infection from that wound. So today I'm going to make a tincture. Tincture is just made with your Usnea, your dried Usnea, your vodka, a bowl. It's very, very simple. So I'm going to show you the steps here. I'm going to put the camera back down and show you how I'm going to make it. So the first thing you want to do, obviously what I said before about making sure each piece of Usnea is in fact Usnea by doing the strand test, pulling it apart and seeing if you see that elastic white string in the middle. So once you've found that, you're going to want to set it out on your counter for a couple of days so that it dries up and it comes apart pretty easily. It's not super wet or anything like that. You want it to be dry. And then you also want to take off any little pieces of bark or whatever that may be on the back. You might get some little scissors to do that. So I'll just cut these off, little pieces of bark that were on here. Any junk, if you see any bugs in there, whatever, you can go ahead and take those off. We don't need those guys for this. Here's a leaf. This has some other lichen on it, so I'll go ahead and just remove that. Just kind of make sure it looks clean. And some of this Usnea has these little like kind of like white little circles, and those are the reproductive parts of the lichen. So nothing to be concerned about. All right, so I have it all cleaned up now. So the next thing I'm gonna do is get a jar. So I save tons of jars all the time. These are kind of my favorite ones from Whole Foods. But I like to save these. This is what I actually use for drinking cups at my house. But anyway, they're always handy for different projects, but you can hoard too much of them. So you just put it in your jar, again, once they're dry, and then you are going to want to add your alcohol. So it's good to add a high proof alcohol. I have this jumbo bottle of vodka from Costco. I think this thing was like, I don't know, $20, maybe between 20 and 30, I'm not sure. And you're just going to add it over the top of the Usnea. Let's see if you can see this. Just cover the Usnea. It's essentially going to be about a 5-to-1 ratio of vodka to Usnea. So you're going to just make sure it's all covered. Let me put this mega bottle away. So you'll see I just have this just covering the Usnea. Nothing major. All right. And then you're going to want to just put the lid on it. Just your standard mason jar lids. That's why I really love these type of jars from the stores, because they're just a mason jar. So why buy one when you can have one for free? So you'll see my vodka in there, my Usnea. And then the next thing I'll do is I'll create a label. I really like this masking tape. It's like kids masking tape that my girls are obsessed with. I ran out. How about this one? I'll just take some of that, write what it is. Usnea tincture, and I'll put the date, 1/20, what is it, 7th? We'll go with that, 2025. All right, and then it'll be ready 4 weeks from now. Alexa, what's 4 weeks from today?
4 weeks after today is February 24th, 2025.
All right, Alexa came in clutch and let me know that it will be ready February 24th, 25. So basically all you're gonna need to do is put this in your pantry in a cool, dry location and shake it every week for 4 weeks. And then in 4 weeks, you will have your Usnea tincture. All right, like I said, back in the end of December, early January, I actually collected some and it's ready to be harvested. So all we're going to do is we have shaken it. It's been 4 weeks. We're going to open the jar up. We are going to take our bowl and our strainer and we'll strain out the alcohol in the Usnea. I rinsed the jar, but there's a lot of little floaters in there and things like that. So what I like to do is I have these reusable tea bags and I will strain it again into the tea bag. Very simple, not much to it. All right. And now we have the clear Usnea tincture ready to take. And what I like to do is I collect all these little bottles whenever I buy other tinctures and stuff like that. They're just a amber glass bottle with the little dropper. And so I have a lot of these that I'll, put in the dishwasher, take the tags off and reuse them. And whenever you do reuse these, you can always take the glass pipette out of here so that you can wash it properly. And you can wash this little thing properly. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, my kids apparently stole my funnel. So here's a new one. So all we do is just funnel this into our little jar. Just like that. Put the little dropper in. No, I made a mess. You can't fill it up all the way to the top because the pipette's going to displace the liquid in there. And then I made a new label for this, just saying Usnea tincture, 3 to 4 drops, all the way to a full dropper, 3 to 5 times a day. So whenever you start out doing this, you are going to just start with like 1 drop, maybe 2, just see how it feels. Make sure you don't have any kind of reaction to it before you go and start taking big dropperfuls. And so that's how you make the Usnea tincture. Very simple. It lasts a year. You just put it in your pantry, your cabinet, medicine cabinet, and you whip it out when anybody's feeling sick, when you start to get that yellow and green mucus. All right, guys, and that's it. That's so easy. Literally collect, dry, put it in the jar with alcohol, and then in four weeks, you're gonna have your little tincture that you're ready to use whenever you're feeling sick or have mucus, and you're ready to go. Thanks, guys, for listening. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to our channel. Give us a like. I plan on doing a couple more of these videos for different tinctures and things that I make at home, like elderberry syrup, echinacea tincture, maybe some garlic honey, some different things to show you guys how we make that stuff and how we supply ourselves with our own medicine from the earth. We don't need to go to the pharmacy all the time. There are times when you do need to go to the pharmacy. A couple weeks ago, I had to go and I had to get on antibiotics. That was before I had the Usnea, so I really didn't even get to try to see if it worked because it really wasn't ready yet. But the next time, I am going to try it out, but I don't play around. If I feel like I'm getting too sick and I need to get better, it's been weeks and it's just not working, I go to the doctor. Okay. I'm not going to risk my health and long term health goals because I don't like to take pharmaceutical drugs. I will take them if necessary. So, again, guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you come back sometime. Bye.